Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you had a great weekend. Lafayette Galleries normally close on the Mondays, my day off. Sometimes I come in, but I take my day off. So yesterday was my day off, and I'm back in the gallery today. First, let me acknowledge the music. And the music is in the family. It is the music of my dear cousin, Dr. Richard Allen Williams. Let's go again. Dr. Richard Allen Williams, retired cardiologist extraordinaire. A street was named after him. The 13th Street was named after him in July. So I wanted to celebrate his music. I love his music. He's a retired cardiologist extraordinaire. He founded the Minority Institute, ABC, Association of Black Cardiologists, which is celebrating 50 years. Yes, he has written up to about 10 books, could be more. A great man. So I just want to celebrate him by playing his music. And the album is I Remember Clifford Brown. He grew up with Clifford Brown. They were good friends. Jazz. And I didn't say this. Dr. Richard Allen Williams owns his own band, Raw Sugar Jazz Ensemble, based in Encino, California. He's a band owner, has his own band, several albums he has created. If you want to get his music, go to Amazon. That's www.rawsugarjazz.com and purchase albums of his music. So let me go back to the weekend. The weekend was great. I took time out on Saturday, closed my business, and went over to One Village Alliance on 31st Street. They were hosting the 13th annual Girls Can Do Anything conference. And that's my friend and mover and shaker, Chandra Pitts. She's the CEO of One Village Alliance. It was such a rich conference where young girls were empowered. They started out first with health. And the speaker, she took the girls through some trivias with food, talking about rich food like fruits, certain fruits, and fruits that are good for your health. I was very, very engaged. And as I said, it reminds me of my piece called Your Life is on Your Plate. So they stress the importance of health. There were several activities. There were several performances. I want to thank Chandra Pitt for the wonderful job she's doing. And one of the panelists at that event was my new business neighbor, Denise, owner of a dog spa, an exotic dog spa next door to me. It's called Marley and Me. Groom the dogs there. It's beautiful. You have to, if you have your dog, you want your dog to be taken care of, that is the place to go. So Denise was there, and she was on the panel. She did the walk. And she was very inspiring, telling her story. This woman is phenomenal. She's Dr. Denise. Yes, and she's very involved in education. Yes, she's very, very involved. And involved in the community. And I would call her a giving back person, just like myself. So when she had the grand opening 2 weeks ago, I was there and she asked me if I had any paintings about dog. I said I have just one, and it's in abstract. So I showed it to her. You know, it's a miniature. Look at this. That's it. Can you see the dog in it? It's an abstract. And it's titled The Caregiver's Pet, because this was inspired by my late and dear husband, who always had a pet dog. And this was created when he was going through his last stage of cancer. And I sat at his bedside and I created many pieces of art, and this was one of them. So when I showed it to Denise, she said, beautiful. So here's the size of it. I went ahead and I ordered limited edition prints of it. They don't make one. You can't buy one, you have to get more than one. So I ordered 2. And she wanted hers in white frame or blue, but I couldn't get a blue frame, so I did it in white. And she purchased the piece of art. So I have another one here in the gallery. And the piece she purchased is labeled AP, Artist Proof. And if you're a collector, you should know what artist proof means. It means that when I took the original painting to the printer, this is the original, I took it to the printer. I said I wanted to make 2 copies, as is required. You can't make one if it's over a certain dimension. I said I wanted 2 copies of it. I made 2 18 by 24 copies of it. Now, when she sent me the proof, I looked at it and it was great. So I approved it. And when you approve a proof from an original, that proof is labeled artist proof. Now, if you're a collector, you know what artist proof means. It can only be one. You can't have 2 artist proof. So it's AP. So the one that I gave to, not gave, the one that my business neighbor purchased, it's AP, artist proof. And then this, because the printer, because of the size, would not print just one. I had to order at least 2. So this other one is labeled AP1. So AP, there is only one, and that's the first cut, the first crop, most valuable, because it's close to the original. Then I framed this one in black. My neighbor had hers framed in white. It is a caregiver's pet. So my neighbor purchased it. And it was a great purchase because due to the construction at 3rd and Market Street, it has cut off my traffic or foot traffic or vehicle traffic from my business. That was my first sale in maybe 2 months. So I was very, very happy for it. Okay, so I wanted to do something as an incentive. I have an incentive, by the way. If you purchase a work of art, an original or a limited edition print, if the print is over a certain amount, with the original, it's automatic. But if the print is over a certain amount, $100, then you get an incentive. So my neighbor qualified for an incentive. And this afternoon, I surprised her. I went over and gifted her her incentive. And this is the incentive she received. She received a signed, limited edition lithograph of my most famous painting. And the glare is on it. The melting pot versus a salad bowl. So if you make a purchase at Lafayette Gallery and it is in a certain 100 range, you receive one of these for free, an incentive. So Denise was presented this afternoon with a copy of this. And I gave her the story. There's a story behind it. Now, this lithograph is very, very prominent. A copy of it is in the art collection of former President Bill Clinton. I was at the opening of his library in Little Rock in 2004. So, yes, a copy is in that library. This is a very valuable work of art. It is very realistic. It was, by my permission, put on the cover of a manual to teach race relations in America. And let me do a little sociology here, and history too. America was initially conceived as a great melting pot, where it was assumed that all the people of all races, class, color, creed would come together like a big stew and just get along. Is that realistic? No, it's not. Realistically, America is a salad bowl of cultures where each ingredient adds flavor to that salad bowl, and each ingredient should be respected, should first be understood. Let's put it in the right order. Each ingredient in this salad bowl of culture should be understood, respected, and valued for the flavor that he or she brings to this great salad bowl of culture. This is what America is. And look, it's election time. Let me get a little political now. Yes, it is warranted. Salad bowl of cultures? Yes, indeed we are. And as you can see from the lineup in our politics, yes, we are a salad bowl of cultures, where people of different races have entered the political arena and should be understood, respected, and valued. And their ethnicity should not be questioned. It's rude and disrespectful to question whether they are Indian, Jamaican, and yes, she has Jamaican heritage. Let me stand up for this one. We Jamaicans, we people of Jamaican heritage have the resilience, the steel pine of resilience in our spine. We don't play. We don't play. So yes, this great salad bowl of cultures, let's appreciate our culture. Let's understand, respect, and value our diversity. And get out of the habit of questioning people's race, ethnicity. And, this racism and this sexism in this election is stark. And I am saying here, as a student of politics, oh yes, I studied politics, you better use good political common sense out there. When you cast that vote, use good political common sense. And it's a no-brainer. It's such a stark, what should I say, clear cut. It should be clear. Why is there so much, we don't know enough? Come on. What? When I hear that, when I hear people say, we don't know enough about her, that is, there is a level of racism, sexism around that statement. What is it they want to know more of? Read this woman's bio. Go read it. It is there. Don't know enough? Come on. Yes. How did I get here? It is relevant. And that is why I use my brush, my paints, and my canvas to address social issues. So my topic, let's get back to the main topic. It is business supporting other businesses and organizations. Wait until I tell you about yesterday evening. So once again, thanks to my business neighbor, Denise, owner of Marley and Me, the spa next door. It is located at 225 North Market Street. I'm at 227, and they open on Sundays too. Their hours are Tuesday. They're closing Monday like me. Their hours are Tuesday through Sunday, and they go up to 8 o'clock, from 10 to 8. So if you have your dog and you want to get them well groomed, bring them over to Marley and Me. Thanks again, Denise, for this great purchase of my caregiver's pet. Okay, so that was business supporting business. The next scenario is business and organization or foundation supporting one another. 9 years ago, when I opened this gallery, I was so very fortunate to have the support of the business of the Kenny family stores, the ShopRite stores, and the Kenny Family Foundation, which I call the beacon of charity in the United States. Yes, make it the United States. Well, first, let's confine it to Delaware, the beacon of charity in Delaware, the Kenny Family Foundation. So they had their golf outing classic yesterday, and it was in memory of the late founder of the Kenny Family Foundation, Bernie. Everybody knows him as Bernie. He founded that wonderful, the ShopRite stores, which celebrated their 25th anniversary a few years ago. So yesterday, that golf outing was a tribute to him. And they had their full day of golfing. Then they had their reception. And last Friday, one of the staff, Shannon, came here to pick up the donation of art, because they normally have a silent auction, and I normally give them a work of art because they have been so generous to my business, providing food for my events, sponsoring children to come to the gallery, and they can paint free of cost, no cost to their parents. I truly appreciate that. So this year I donated a work of art, and it was auction. Now I'm going to explain how auction works for those who don't know. So this was the work of art I donated. Actually, this is a limited edition print. I donated another one because the original painting sold overseas years ago for several $1,000s. Okay, so this was the piece that I donated, yes, to their event for silent auction. And the value of the piece, and the way auction works, you have a value of the work, and then for your minimum bid, that is half the value. So this was put on auction with the minimum bid half the value, which the half of that value amounted to $900. And yes, one patron purchased it. And that money goes to the Kenny Family Foundation 100%. And all the money they raise from the golf outing, and all of it goes back to charity. Easter Seals is one of the charities. When they have their golf outing and they raise those pots of money, it all goes back out to the community. It's all goes to charity. So I was delighted that I was able to participate and support them, provide a work of art which sold for a good price, limited edition print, and they were able to collect that pot of money to put along with all the money from the golf outing. Business supporting other businesses or otherwise business and organizations working in partnership. And we need more of that. If you're a business out there, or you are a non-profit organization, I have a plan. A proposal is written in black and white. And you can get a copy of my proposal if you're struggling to raise money. People don't have money just to toss around like that. And some organizations are lazy in their fundraising, or they want to set up a website and put a payment link and people must go and donate. No, be creative, like the auction I'm telling you about. So my proposal for fundraising is called the Art of Charity Benefit Art Sale, whereby you partner with me. I put my art out for sale. We have an event in the gallery, put my originals and painting, and then you get a good percentage of it. And your organization could sell tickets to the event. You collect 100% of the ticket money up front. The gallery doesn't get a penny. And when my art is sold, I turn around and I give you a portion of it. Come on. That's a win-win-win. And for the purchasers, you're a winner. Actually, the greatest benefactors of that charity would be the patrons who buy the art, because you're buying wealth. You're not donating anything. When you purchase that art in that auction, you're acquiring wealth. A portion of the money goes to the organization, the charity. A portion comes back to the gallery naturally, and you walk away with a prize. So to make that a little more specific, we are talking about why buy art? Because art is wealth. It is more than beauty on the wall, it is wealth. Invest in art. And I am encouraging people to invest in art. And look, you don't have to buy the big pieces. An original is an original regardless of the size. This is an original. Yeah, it is. As small as it is, it's an original. It values a lot. It's valued, and you could collect originals which are miniatures, and you could have an entire wall of my work. So we had a great golf after reception yesterday at the Wilmington Country Club, and we raised a lot of money for the Kenny Family Foundation. And I'm encouraging you to support charities. I am inviting you to come to Lafayette Gallery, located at 227 North Market Street in Wilmington, Delaware. The best route to get here, come up 2nd Street. Don't venture on 3rd Street. If you go into 3rd Street, it is always blocked every day. There is a construction going on as I speak at 3rd and Market Street, and it's in its 10th month. And it prevents traffic from coming down or going up 3rd Street on most days. And it has severely, severely impacted my business to a great extent. It's the lowest level of sales I've had in my business in the last 9 years since I opened this storefront. I use the term, the business is on life support, and I'm not asking for a handout. What I'm asking for is for people to find a way through that traffic hazard up the street, come up 2nd Street, come to the gallery, make your purchases, or go online at www.lafayettegallery.com. And yes, I see my friend Xanthia watching. Thank you very much for stopping by today. You empowered me. Oh yes, and I will be at that meeting, I promise you. I'll be at that meeting on Thursday. That's how we have to be movers and shakers, and we must get it right. as I told Xanthi, I've lived in this city for the last 41 years, and everybody knows that I've given back to the city. And at this time when I'm struggling with my business to keep it open, I am not asking for a handout. There is something for everyone to purchase. My prices are fluid. There are lower end prices and higher end prices. Come on out, make time. If you want to come in on a Sunday evening, I can schedule time for you to come in. Call me at 302-656-6786. The gallery regular hours are Tuesday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. The evenings are getting darker. It may go back to 4 p.m. But again, I said I'm flexible and I can make time for you. I will ship. If you purchase online, your shipment is free. There's no cost. Free shipment anywhere in the United States. Thanks to Downtown Visions for their shipment program. They actually reimburse me for the free shipping which I'm going to offer you. So I want to thank them. For several years they've been doing this. Yes, we can do it. We can make it. We just need to come together as a village. It takes a village to grow a business. And that's where I'm going to wrap it up. It takes a village to raise a child. It takes a village to grow a business. Be a part of the village. Support small black women and all black businesses. We need your support. Come to Lafayette Gallery, 227 North Market Street, Wilmington, Delaware, and online at www.lafayettegallery.com. And if you come to the gallery, you don't have to be rich. Look, this is where my prices begin. That's where the prices begin in this gallery. You can get something for that price, and you could go and you could buy a frame and you could frame it. So you don't have to be rich to collect art. It's not about riches. Great famous storyteller. My late mom was a storyteller. She left me with that legacy. And my latest publication is available for purchase. It is a catalog of selected works and writings about caregiving. And I have it here in the gallery. So come on over, get your catalog. If you're a caregiver, you want to read up about caregiving and how you can self-care. So there is something, as I said, something for everyone. Come to the gallery at 227 North Market Street in Wilmington, Delaware. Even get a mug or a t-shirt. That's still art. It is art. Okay. One horn tooting before I close. The end of July, the New York Times was in the city interviewing people. It was the week when President Biden decided to pass the torch on. New York Times reporter came to Lafayette Gallery and interviewed me. That's the interview there. Wilmington likes Delaware Joe. The story was about Joe Biden. They interviewed me, gave me a good script right there, took my picture. That's my picture in my Jamaican costume. And they featured a picture of my prominent portrait of our vice president. This portrait was created in 2021. It wasn't recent. And it's titled, "She Makes History." Well, she continues, and you have the power to make her make more history in November. Use that power. Use that power. For 245 years, men have controlled the presidency of the United States of America. And there are men out there now who don't want a woman to be a president, and black men too. I'm calling out you black men out there who are in denial of having a woman as president. It's going to happen. Get ready for it. Thank you for watching. Like and share my video.